Everybody, it is Wednesday, October the 3rd. It is 12:56. It's almost 1 p.m. and I'm really bored. I've done 2 weeks. I've caught up with all my math. I've done 2 weeks of math homework since I want to say about 7:30. That's what time I actually got up. I actually got up way before then. I'm not entirely sure why, but when my boyfriend got up and went to work, I was actually awake the whole time while he was getting ready. I was awake before his alarm went off. I don't know, I was really uncomfortable, probably because we did Insanity on Monday. And all I can say is, holy freaking hell, I forgot what of a leg workout it is. Plus, I worked yesterday. I worked Sunday too, which I've totally forgot what it's like to stand on your feet all day. I mean, I used to work at Burger King, and I remember doing that for like 6. So I think I even worked a 12-hour shift a couple times. And I was younger, it didn't bother me too much, but now I'm just like, holy crap, I need to lose some weight. I have to work today, which is cool. I pressed a button. My bad. Anyway, which is cool. I'm glad to be out the house because I'm really freaking bored. I'm going to start asking if I can work some days. Because, I don't mind working nights at all. I really don't. Actually, I prefer working nights, but, some people don't really like it. Excuse me. So maybe I'll ask for a couple days. See if they'll allow me that. Anyway, so today there was a rat in our kitchen. It was probably more of a mouse, but I'm going to call it a rat. It was in our fucking kitchen. So I was in the kitchen, I'm making pork ribs in the crock pot, like the rib tips. And I was like, they'll probably be better in the crock pot. I decided we're going to experiment. I mean, it's not really an experiment because my mother's made them before and she told me how to make them. So I remember, just, that's the way I decided to do it. So I'm in the kitchen and I hear this rustling around the window. It sounds like a bird is trying to break in, which I think it was a bird trying to break in. But little background, to save on electricity, we have turned the AC off completely and opened the windows because there's been some really nice breezy days and there have been some actual cold days. So it's cooled off the house. Like there was 2 days where it was fucking freezing and I had to resist the urge to go around and fucking close all the windows because it was so cold. I'm glad I didn't because it actually stays a pretty reasonable temperature in here now, even on some of these hot days. Like today, it's really nice out. Like it's sunny. It's really pretty. And earlier today, I'm gonna assume that the base was having some sort of war games or doing something because there was a whole lot of banging and booming and explosions going on, and there's not a cloud for miles around. Anyway, so back to my story. I was in the kitchen cooking, and I hear this rustling. So I'm like, oh shit. So I decided to close the window. I'm in the kitchen still, and the rustling is still going on, but it's on top of... It's time for me to get ready. It's time for me to start getting ready for work. Yeah, it's time for me to start getting ready for work. Anyway, there's rustling on top of the fucking dryer. And I'm thinking it's a bug. I'm praying that it's just a large bug. Not a spider, because I don't really like spiders, but I can deal with all other bugs. And I was just, gonna go put on a pair of shoes or something. Then, as I'm leaving the kitchen, the box of Tide Pods, which is a big-ass container of Tide Pods. It's like, it's not the largest size container you can buy, which I think is a 96, which you have to get from, bulk places like Sam's, Costco, whatever, but it's the biggest one you can buy at like Walmart, which is 72 or something like that. Anyway, it's one of those. It falls off the fucking dryer. And I'm pretty sure the last time I used it, I pushed it back there so it stays on. So I don't know what the fuck. So I'm like, exiting the kitchen quickly. So about an hour later, I have to go check on my ribs, and I keep hearing this rustling and everything in the kitchen. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I go back in the kitchen and I look on top of the dryer, and the little dryer connector, it goes into the ceiling. I don't know why. The little tube thingy, it's moving. I'm like, oh, well, the dryer's on. No, it's not. Fuck. What the hell is going on here? So, I quickly check my ribs and back out slowly. About 5-10 minutes later, I hear the rustling again. But then it kind of weirdly stopped. So I'm like, okay. 30 minutes later, I go back in the kitchen to check on my ribs. I kind of have them on. I have them on low in the crock pot because I want them to cook and be like uber tender and good. So also making beans and rice and some other stuff. Anyway, I go back in there to serve, and lo and behold, what is on the floor looking at me? A fucking rat. It was probably a mouse. It wasn't that big. Anyway, so thank God the lawn people are out. As you can hear, the lawn people are out. They've been out all day. I mean, they've been in this one area all fucking day. And the apartment complex is relatively large, but they've been around in the front of my house all fucking day. So I'm like, wow, the little bit of grass that we do have is not that big for y'all to be out in this one particular area all fucking day. But I'm glad they were out because I screamed rather loudly for a very long time, and I had a soda in my hand because, you know, I was drinking it while I was walking to the kitchen. Thank God I closed it, or it was semi-closed. It was only semi-closed, and I threw it at the damn rat. Now I'm a pretty good aim, and I'm a pretty good shot. Oh, I have an email. I thought my alarm was about to go back off. Anyway, so I threw it. It hit the rat. It didn't hit it the way I would have preferred it to because it was still able to limp away, and I'm hoping it's going to die soon and doesn't make another guest appearance because I don't like rats. I can't deal with rats and spiders. Oh my god, spiders. Rats and spiders, I can't do this. Rats, spiders, and spit. Those are things I can't deal with. And I can't deal with people, like, when you're in a dark room or a dark place and they jump out at you and try to scare you. I can't deal with that either because, well, I'm not going to go into that story, but I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate that. Anyway, that was my story for the day. I've never really had to deal with a rat before. I mean, I had a hamster one time, and, you know, his name was Sneaky. He was awesome. He was up all night, and he slept all day. He liked to sleep in my hand like this. It was funny because whenever I took him out, as long as I was holding my hand like this, he was comfortable, he'd sleep. But if I tried to do anything else with him, he would freak the fuck out. He would sleep right there, and then he would sleep right here. Don't tell my mom this. Well, she can watch YouTube. And he would sleep, like, right here. And it was weird, because all my friends were like, aren't you afraid he's going to bite you? No. I've been laying like this for an hour. Now, catch-22 was, we're getting him from here to here, like this, without him flipping the fuck out. But it was hilarious, because, like, I kind of did this whole, he'd freak out for a little bit, and then it's like, oh, she's got her hand the way I want it. Go back to sleep. And then I put him over his cage, go like this. You're good. Anyway, so hopefully when Rodney gets off, he will fucking look around to kill the mouse. And you know what? The maintenance people have been out in full force. I really think there's going to be an accident between them and the lawn people. Somebody's gonna hurt themselves because they're just zipping around and the people are on their lawn tractors and got their weed eaters out and everything, and it's just crazy. So yeah, like, I don't mind mice in a cage. I don't. What I do mind is rodents in your house and they're hiding because they can just, like, surprise, you open a cabinet, mouse, rat. No, I can't deal with that. I can deal with, you know, oh, there's a cage over there, 1, 2, okay, I had 3 mice, 1, 2, 3, oh, you're all in there. I can deal with that, but I cannot deal with a random mouse in my house somewhere. Anyway, that is my thought of the day. Yes, I know I owe you guys another I owe you guys another video, and you know what? I actually started editing it yesterday, but I started editing it on Monday actually, but I did not feel well at all on Monday. I didn't get out of bed. I got up, I ate, I want to say about 8-ish. And then I laid back down and I went back to sleep. I did not wake up until close to 3:30 in the afternoon. No, it was later. It was about 3:30 because I forget I had the windows open, and whoever the fuck was outside on Monday kept slamming doors and shit. I'm like, oh my god. And I really thought it was Rodney coming in, and I'm like, why the fuck does he keep slamming on the goddamn door? And I was really getting up to go cuss his ass out, but then I was listening. I was like, okay, it's people outside. And I wanted to yell out the window, shut the fuck up. What the hell are you doing? There are people sleeping. Maybe I have a sleeping baby in here. Honestly and truly though, if I did have a baby or whatever, a newborn, I would not like tiptoe around it, be quiet and everything like that, because I would want it to be used to noise so it could sleep through noise. Anyway, this has been a long ass video explaining next to nothing, so this is where I'm gonna end here. Hopefully I'll have this video finished editing by the end of the week. I still have this week's schoolwork left to do, so I should, because I'm caught up until this week, I should say. I'm not totally and completely caught up yet, but I'm caught up till this week. I've done 2 assignments today. They were really long, like excruciatingly long. Each problem took about 30 minutes, and I strive to do, because on the ones that you have to get at least an 80 on, most of them have 10 problems. I strive to do 9 to 10 of them, so it was like a struggle there to do some of them, and I'm just like, fuck. It took me a long ass time to do one assignment, and since I've been up since 7, or since like I've been officially up, like just not laying down trying to go back to sleep, since about 7. So, and I finally quit at 12:30, so you can just imagine I was doing schoolwork from 7 to 12:30, and it's 1 now. Anyway, these are my thoughts for the day. Please subscribe to my YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and that will be it.